When I was 25, all the way up to the age 40, my closet was a mess. I hated going in and trying to organize it. Now, I eventually did get organized, and then I learned some things that are awesome hacks for actually organizing your closet. And that's what I'm going to go over today. And these are things that you can use right now. And I wish that I had known these sooner. And here's the first thing. I used to just use the clothing rod in my closet just the regular way. You know, you have your hangers on there, put your clothes on there, you're good, you're done. What I didn't realize is that there are things that you can attach to the clothing rod that make it much easier to organize your closet. Like one of the things is a double clothing rod. And what that is an attachment basically that gives you another clothing rod in your closet under the clothing rod that you already have to hang clothes on. That way you can add more clothes, you can hang more clothes in your closet, and you're taking advantage of space that you generally are not using anyway. You're taking advantage of extra vertical space because you can hang things on this other clothing rod. And it's cool because the other thing is it's pretty convenient because you can actually move it to wherever you want to on your clothing rod, whether you want the right side, the left side, the middle, whichever. It's really easy to install and it's really easy to move around, and it's just versatile in that way. And so when you don't need it again, say you just don't have enough clothes to actually need it, then you can also take it off. But it just helps to make it so that you have another place to free up space in your closet to make it easier to organize. And something else that you can use in your closet on your clothing rod is a hanging shelf. You hang this on your clothing rod, and then it has individual little shelves that you can actually put things in. So you want to put clothes in there, you can. You want to put towels in there, you can. And you can have it where you have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different shelves, and it hangs down so you have access to those things. And the other thing about this, it's just as easy to see the things in the hanging shelf as it is the things that you hang up. And it's also really easy to get to those things as much as you would be able to get to the things that you normally hang up in your closet. But it's really cool because, again, you can move this just like the double clothing rod. You can move it to wherever you want to on your actual clothing rod. So if you want on the right, the left, the center, you move it wherever you want to. It doesn't really take up that much space, and you can get this to where you have it in different materials if you want to do that as well, or different colors as well. And here's another great hack. I had no idea about the advantage of mobility, having something that you could just roll around and have your closet that way. Well, now you do have rolling clothing rods, and these are really cool because they do come in different shapes and sizes and lengths and everything. But it just gives you the advantage of taking stuff out of your closet and putting it on this little rolling clothing rod, and now you have access to all that stuff in there. So you can have your clothes anywhere you need to have them instead of having them just in this closet. But it's really good because if you do have a closet, then you can take some of that stuff out there and put it on this. And the other cool thing is it just lets you see everything very clearly, because a lot of times when you look in your closet and it's dark in there, you're not able to see everything that you want to see, and you might not see the thing that you actually want to take out and wear. As opposed to this, you can see everything very clearly. You can get to everything very clearly. Sometimes in your closet, it's really hard to reach back and grab what you need. With this, it's very easy to do that as well. And it's just really convenient to be able to have all the things that you need as a closet anywhere in your room. Now, the other thing you can do is you can take some stuff out of your closet and then put them on the rolling clothing rod and then move that around the room if you need certain things for a day or something like that. This also has the advantage of doing that as well. Another hack is I had just been using regular hangers, like wire hangers, which I don't like because they get tangled up and stuff just slides all off the wire hanger a lot of times. Or the really heavy duty plastic hangers, which take up a lot of space and they're really heavy, as the name implies. Now, the other thing that you can do instead of those hangers, you use space saving hangers, which are really cool because now you're not taking up so much space just to hang one thing. The other thing about this is that they're velvet, so things don't slip off as much or don't really slip off at all. They're basically non-slip hangers. And so that's a really cool advantage, because it's the worst to put something on a hanger and think it's hung up there, and then you find it on the closet floor just later because it just fell off the hanger, it just slid off, or you're just trying to get it on there and you don't really get it the right way and keep sliding off. That's the worst, right? These help you to make sure that doesn't happen. And because they're slimmer, they don't take up as much space in your closet, and that way you can put more stuff in your closet if you need to as well. So it's just a win-win. It's just really awesome. And I didn't really know they had these until I started thinking about organizing my closet, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is just a great thing to have. And here's another great hack for you. Just get rid of your closet doors. You don't really need them. It's okay to have an open closet. The other thing, when you have closet doors, they take up so much space when you have to open them. And then you have to make sure you have enough space to clear them with whatever you're going to put by them. You can't put stuff behind them if it's too big. And then when you do have your closet door closed, you can't see inside the closet. And a lot of times, most people just leave their closet door open anyway. So it doesn't really serve that much of a purpose. So you're just going to free up some space by getting rid of your closet doors. And it just makes it a lot easier to see things and access things. And also be able to put things around your closet as well. If you need to put, a dresser or a table or just some other thing near your closet, you have the advantage of having that space there and not having to worry about how am I going to sit this or position this there, and then also make sure that my closet doors can close or open all the way. So you don't have to worry about that anymore if you just go ahead and get rid of your closet doors. And when you think about it, it really is a good thing to do, and you probably won't miss having to open them and close them at all. And here's another great hack. I just didn't realize the power of a cube. When you grow up and you're in elementary school and they have cubby holes and you put everything inside the cubby hole to make sure that it's organized. And now as an adult, I was able to get organization storage cubes. And these things are great because of the fact they come in just individual ones. They come in sections where they have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or just maybe a wall of them. And the cool thing about these are they're just like the old school cubby holes, basically. You put your stuff inside there, you're able to see it, you're able to get access to it very quickly. It keeps things organized. You're able to design whatever you want to as a way to have these things in your closet. So if you need them on the side, in the back, wherever you need these different little storage organization cubes, you can design that however you want to. And that's the thing that makes it great, because it gives you that extra space. It takes advantage of that vertical space in your closet that you're not generally using anyway. So that's a good way to make use of that. And it just gives you the ability to have things more organized all throughout your closet. And here's another great hack for you. It is that there's just more than one way to organize towels. Like for me, I like to roll the towel, and it just seems like it's a much better way to do it. First of all, you do get the kind of fancy hotel kind of vibe when you're rolling the towels, because that's what they do in the hotels a lot of times. But the other thing is, it's just, you just fold it over once and then you just roll it up. And this just, for me, I think it's quicker. I think it looks nicer. You're able to stack things a little better as well too, because if you need to stack it on the back or the front or the side to side, wherever, it just seems like it's easier for me to stack. And when it's stacked, it looks better and look more organized when you see it from the front. So I think it's just a great way to actually do something different and still have the benefit of everything looking neat and organized. And you don't have to worry about going ahead and measuring the corners of this and that, folding it 2 ways, folding it 3 ways, and then eventually getting it folded. And then if they're not all folded the same way, it looks kind of off. Instead, this is just a very easy, simple thing to do, which I think is going to save you time in the long run. And so I really like the method of rolling towels instead of folding them. And here's another great hack. When you're in your closet, you have a shelf. Sometimes it's just disorganized. You can't tell where it ends, where it begins, what thing goes with what thing. And you're trying to figure all that out every time you look on your shelf. And that can be an issue. And so you use shelf dividers. These things are great because, one, they're easy to install. You just clip it onto the shelf, and then it gives you a divider for each thing or each little section you want to create. And that makes it so much easier to actually go in and put things in certain sections. Hey, shirts are here, pants are here, whatever else is over here. And you have a divider in between each one. And depending on how long your closet is, will determine how many shelf dividers you need. But it just makes it really easy to look at and then say, okay, these are the sections I've created. And these are things that are in those sections. And these are the boundaries of those sections. So it's a great little device to have. They're not expensive too. And the other thing is, it's just one of the best things to help you actually decide and have boundaries in your closet, so that when you look at your closet, you can see things easier. And when you're going to find the thing that you actually need, you can get to that thing easier. And here's another great hack. When I first started organizing my closet, I would just figure out, where do things fit? If it's over there, great. Then I put it there. If it's over here, great. I'll put it there. Now, the only thing that was really easy to decide is, okay, I have hangers. I hang clothes on those. And that's great. That's easy to decide. But everywhere else was just kind of things randomly thrown around in my closet. And then when I had to go in and figure out where things are, I had to look over here, look over there, and try to figure out, okay, where did I put that thing again? And how am I going to get to it if it's behind all these boxes and everything in the back? So give everything a section in your closet so that makes it much easier. Now, I know I just went over shelf dividers, but what I'm thinking about here is that not just on your shelf, but throughout your whole closet have different sections. That way you automatically know, okay, this belongs in this section, that belongs in that section. And so that makes it a lot easier to go and look in your closet and know exactly where things are. It's going to save you time, especially if you have to look for something on the regular, then it's going to save you time to go ahead and find that thing as well. So it's a good practice to do, because now, even if you might be a little disorganized in your closet, you at least know where things are supposed to go and where they are in generally. And then when you actually go back and organize it because it got a little disorganized, then you can automatically know, okay, these things go in these different sections, and it makes it so it's an easy decision as to where to put something. And here's another great hack for you. If you're going to have a closet door, then go ahead and put a hook on the inside of it or the outside of it, because it's going to give you another place to put things and hang things. And this is great because you might have so many things in your closet, you just don't have space anymore. You add a hook and now you have that additional space that you need, and you're probably not using that space on the outside or the inside of your door anyway. So it's just a place that you can take advantage of, and you can have just one hook there or multiple hooks depending on what you want to do. But it's a great way to actually free up some space, a great way to make sure that your closet looks more organized, because you don't have so much stuff in the inside of the closet. You just have some extra stuff on the door, and generally you can hang hats or purses or whatever you want to on there, as long as you have the right kind of hook. And it's just a great way to make your closet look more organized. Organizing your closet can be super frustrating when you have ADHD. A lot of times we have stuff, we throw it into the closet. But I'm going to tell you how to make your closet ADHD friendly, and I'm going to give you some simple tips on how to do that. Now, the first way that you can organize your closet is by type. And what I mean is, one section can be all jeans, one section can be all shorts, and then you have these sections on opposite sides of your closet, or maybe on the same side up top and down bottom. And that way, when you walk into your closet or go to your closet, you know exactly where your shorts and your jeans are. Now, you do this with your polos and your dress shirts and your skirts and your dresses. However you want to actually set it up in your closet, you have different sections in your closet for each of your types of clothing. And then when you go to your closet, you don't have to really worry about, okay, where is this thing supposed to be, or where do I go look for it? You go to the section you already have determined. It as you go to your closet more, you'll get used to where these different things are in your closet. Another way you can organize your closet is by purpose, which is why I have the suit coat on. This could be my work clothes, this could be my formal clothes. You might have a section for casual stuff. You might have a section for going out and partying and all that kind of stuff. But if you have these different sections in your closet, you know exactly where to go and where things go when you actually go to put them away. You know, this section is definitely where I go to get my work clothes. This section is definitely where I go to get my party clothes. And so it just makes it easy when you go to your closet and look at the different sections. You don't have to worry about trying to go through, look, peruse, and try to find the stuff you need for a certain occasion or a certain purpose. It's all right there in front of you. Now, another way that you can organize your closet is by seasonal. This is a winter coat, so in wintertime, I would go and look for this stuff in my closet. You might have another section for summer, a section for spring, a section for fall, and that way you separate your closet into those different sections. If you want to do autumn, you do it like that too, and it makes it easy to go and look in each different section. Now, if you don't want your seasonal clothes in your closet, you can also put them under your bed and use it under the bed storage, or you can store all your seasonal stuff up top in your closet as well. Another way to organize your closet is by the length of your clothes. For example, you can go long sleeve, short sleeve, mid sleeve. You can do the same things with pants as well. They have different lengths like capris and then full jeans and everything like that. This happens to be a Henley, so when I want to go get my Henley, I go to the section labeled long sleeve, or that I've decided is where my long sleeve stuff is. That way it's easy to find. I don't have to look around to find a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt. I know they're in different sections. Makes it really quick. I don't have to go and peruse my closet to find the type of length for whatever occasion I'm going to. Another way you can organize your closet is by actually doing it by color. For example, all your blue shirts or things in one section, all your green shirts or things in the green section. That way, when you go to your closet, you just look in that section. Now, you could even break it down even further, as in tops and then jeans and tops, or then pants, or whatever you want to do with that different section. But all the things of that one color are in one section. That way you immediately go to your closet, you know you want a certain color, you go to that section, you pick out stuff from that section. You want a secondary color, you go to that section and pick out the secondary color as well. And it makes it really easy to put outfits together, and saves you time when you're trying to get to a certain event or go to a certain place or go to the gym or whatever. Now, another way they can organize their closet is to have kind of a prep section. For example, you need to go to the gym after work today. And so you want to make sure you have all your gym clothes already prepped and ready. So you have a section for that. It could be right in front of you. You put all your gym clothes on a hanger and everything. For example, you have your gym shorts, and then you have your gym shirt, and you put it in that section. That way you do not have to worry about, when am I going to get my gym clothes, and do I have enough stuff to actually go to the gym, and do I have everything for the gym? That way you know it's already prepped and prepared and everything. And now this is really important. Don't organize your closet until you have gone through and figured out what things you want and what things are just things you do not wear anymore. They're not useful. Maybe they were for a one-time event and you have passed the event and don't need them anymore. These are all clothes you should think about getting rid of. So you want to make sure you go through your closet and figure out those things, because you don't want to go through and organize your closet in this way and then realize, I'm really running out of room, because you have so much stuff in your closet that you don't wear anymore. So I would just go through, take that stuff out, throw it out, and then go back and organize just what you have that you are going to wear, that you are going to keep. If you are enjoying the content and getting value out of the content, go click the subscribe button for me. And in the comments, let me know how you actually organize your closet. Do you use any of these methods or use some other way? And one of the best ways to decide what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of in your closet is to look there and decide, I haven't worn this in 90 days. I don't intend to wear it in the next 90 days. I can probably get rid of it. I probably will not miss it at all in the next 90 days or even the next year. Or you just have it for a special occasion for that one time, then you're going to keep it for that one time, and then you're going to go back and declutter that out of your closet as well. Because you want to be able to just have what you're going to use in your closet. You don't have unlimited space in your closet, so anything that is just taking up space that you don't wear is probably something that you need to get rid of. And it doesn't really matter if it's old or maybe something you bought that's new that you thought you were going to wear and you just never worn. It's still in the bag in your closet, and it's just not something you've ever thought about, hey, I need to actually have this to wear right now. But go ahead and try to get rid of all that stuff that fits into that category. Now, another way you can organize your closet is by how often you wear certain things. You might have things you wear daily. You might have things you wear, every week, just once a week, or maybe every 2 weeks. And so you organize your closet in that fashion. That way, all your daily stuff is here. All your stuff you have to wear once a week is here. Everything you have to wear maybe twice a month is in another section. Makes it really easy to go in your closet, look in those sections, and pick out the clothes you need for those different things and occasions or events. So that makes it super easy to know all my daily stuff is right here. I go to that section. I don't need to think about the other stuff until that appointed time comes, and then I have to go to that section and figure out what in that section I want to wear. Now back to this jacket. This jacket's very bulky. You want to limit the bulky items in your closet. You don't want to have, 3 or 4 winter jackets and then some trench coats and then all this different stuff that's going to take up all the different space in your closet. So you do not have space for other things that you might actually need to wear on a more regular basis. And so what do you do with those bulky things? You may actually just take them and put them under your bed, and that way when you need them, you go under your bed and you pull them out. Or you might put them in the top of your closet. That way when you need them, you go ahead and pull them out from the top of your closet. But you want to kind of leave space on your clothes rod for things you're actually going to wear all the time, and you need that space. So figure out another way to store your bulky items in another section, or even under your bed, or maybe even on a rolling clothes rack if you want to do that as well. And one of the best things I recommend, especially when you have ADHD, is to leave your closet door open. That way you can always see into your closet and see what clothes you have and don't have.
or if you prep something, or if you know something in a certain section and you actually need to go look for it and pull it out, you can see all that when your closet door is open all the time. And it's going to help you realize, oh, I need to go organize my closet. It's getting out of hand right now. You don't want to just close your door or just push it closed because all your stuff is just too much in there and it's falling out everywhere. If you don't close your closet door, you want to have it open. That way you know when it gets to the overflowing point, and you know if you need to go ahead and figure out a time for you to start organizing your closet and what you want to do with your closet. You don't have to do it all at one time, but if you see it all the time because the door is open, then it makes you kind of think about it, and it kind of reminds you, hey, I need to go and organize my closet.
Can't find anything in your closet? Here's some closet hacks for ADHD I wish I knew sooner. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to take your closet door off your closet, because with the closet door closed, you can't see the clutter growing inside, and that's a bad thing. You can't see if your closet is getting way too full. You can't see if something might be in there that you need. You have to go and open the closet door to do that. Now, the other thing is, when that closet door is closed, you don't feel all the uncomfortable anxiety of the clutter is growing. You're just like, it's behind that door, out of sight, out of mind. I don't even need to worry about it. But then when you open it up and see everything, that may be kind of a shock to you and be overwhelming as you realize, wow, I have a lot of clutter in my closet right now. So instead, when you remove that door, you're always seeing what's inside. You're always seeing the condition of your closet, and you know when it gets to the point to where you need to really go in and declutter and organize your closet, you're not going to be shocked by the fact that it's getting to that point to where you actually need to do that, and that makes it a lot easier to get motivated to actually go in and organize your closet. And another thing about not having your closet door on your closet is that ease of access. You can retrieve things easier, you can put things away easier with the closet door open and with the closet door actually removed. And another way that you can do this is have a sliding closet door. Now, the great thing about this is you can slide it open and leave it open, and that gives you a lot more, generally a lot more view of everything in your closet, because when you have a sliding closet door, you can see your whole closet if it's open, and then much easier to go through and look through your clothes and look through your closet and find whatever you need in your closet. And then when you're done, you can close it if you really need to, but you don't have to. It's just another way to help you access things easily and see things easily in your closet, and that's going to be really helpful for ADHD. And here's something else that will help you see things in your closet and access things in your closet a lot easier. It's a rolling clothes rack or a stationary clothes rack, and what you have is a small clothes rack where you can put your clothes on there that you need every day or need frequently. You're always able to see them, always able to pull off whatever you need, and then put on other clothes if you need to as well. You can actually change them for the seasons if you want to do that as well. And the other cool thing about this is if it rolls, you can roll it to one side of your room. But having an additional portable clothes rack is a great way to free up space in your closet, makes your closet feel less cluttered. And if you're enjoying the content, click the subscribe button for me. Now, the next thing is to add lights to your closet, because a lot of times open your closet, it's dark in your closet. You can't find anything, especially in the back of your closet, or maybe in the top of your closet. It's just hard to see in your closet, especially if you have a small closet. So what you want to do is you want to add lights in your closet. If you don't have light in your closet already, they do have adhesive lights that you can stick pretty much anywhere in your closet. This is great, especially if you have way too much stuff in your closet and you're trying to figure out where something is. You at least have a better chance if there is some light in your closet. And another great closet hack for ADHD is to use clear bins in your closet, because you want to be able to see things, and being able to have bins inside your closet that's transparent, that you can see what's inside without having to really look around, is great for your closet, because you can actually put things like bedspreads or seasonal stuff in a clear bin, easy to find it. Or if you have other things like maybe you have board games or something also in your closet, then you can put them in a clear bin, and then you're able to find those things as well. But it's all about keeping things visual with ADHD, and this is one of the best ways to do that. And the other thing about it is you can get clear bins in a lot of different sizes, which is great, because then you can store a lot of different variety of things in your closet in these clear bins. You can also get collapsible bins as well that has a clear window on them, and that way you can put things in there, and then you'll be able to see through the window if there's something in there that you want to actually retrieve or have access to, it makes it easy to also find it in that way. Another great closet hack for ADHD is to add hooks in your closet. And the reason these are good is because it allows you to actually have extra space to put things in your closet. But again, it's really about being able to see things in your closet really easily. And this allows you to do that without having to look all around your closet. Also, the other great thing about it is a lot easier to hang something up on a hook than actually put something on a clothes rod. And that just makes it a lot simpler, a lot easier. If you have something that you just need to hang up quickly, like a coat or maybe a hat or whatever else you want to have in your closet as well. Now, the great thing about this is hooks come in different sizes and shapes and different kinds. So get whatever kind of hook that you actually want. And you can put hooks on your wall. If you have a closet door, put them on the back of the closet door or on the front of the closet door. You can actually put hooks on the sides of the closet, like outside the closet. You can do that as well before you actually look inside your closet and go inside your closet. You can have hooks on the wall there as well. Either way, hooks are really good to help you actually have more space in your closet that you can actually put things, and that's going to free up space and make it feel less cluttered. Another great closet hack for ADHD is to have a daily wear section. Now, what this is, any clothes that you wear daily, you put them in a certain place in your closet, and that way you automatically know that's where you go to get all of your daily clothes. You have work clothes, you make sure they're in that section. You have casual clothes because you go to certain places all the time, then go ahead and have those clothes in that section. You have gym clothes that you need every day or really frequently, then go ahead and put those clothes in that section. That way, when you need those clothes, all you do is you go and you look in that section and find them. And then when you wash them and hang them back up, make sure they're in that section as well. Now, another thing that you want to do is anything that you don't wear a lot, and if you have children, this is going to really help you. Put them out of reach of your kids, because kids might have a tendency to go in your closet and pull stuff out that you don't really need at the time, and then it might become a mess in the top of your closet and the bottom of your closet, and then you have to go back and put it back in the place because you just don't need it at the time. And this can be super frustrating. So if you have anything like that that you don't need, like maybe seasonal stuff, then put it in a place where your kids cannot get access to it, and that's going to help you keep your closet more organized and less cluttered as well. And another closet hack that's really good for ADHD is to have color zones in your closet. And what I mean, organize your closet by color. If you have certain clothes of a certain color, put them on one section, and then if you have another set of clothes of another color, then put them in a separate section. That way when you go to your closet, you're just looking for the color of clothes that you need at the time, and you know exactly what section you need to go to find those clothes. And even if you're not really remembering at the time, you can look in your closet and see all the clothes in that section are this one color. And so then you are reminded to go look in that section to find the actual clothes that you need for whatever event or work wherever you're going to for the day. Another great closet hack for ADHD is to have an outfit prep station. Now, what you're gonna do is the night before, you're going to find all the clothes you need for the next day, and you're going to put them in a certain location. You can have this inside your closet. You just choose a place where this is, and then you hang up everything you need for the next day there, or have it outside of your closet, choose a place there and put all your clothes you need for the next day. And you put the clothes you have to put on first in that section as well. And that when you get up, you go to that section, you already have your clothes there. You've already decided what you're going to wear. So then you don't have to stand in front of your closet and try to figure out what you're going to wear or find the thing you actually need. This is going to save you time in the morning, so it makes sure that you have everything to put on so you can actually get out the door on time. And that's a really good thing when you have ADHD, because sometimes it's just about the analysis paralysis of looking through your closet and figuring out exactly what you need or what you're going to wear for that day.
Did you know on every top 10 list, a place you would find clutter in your home, a closet would always be in the top 10, probably in the top 5. And so closet hacks are a must in your home to keep your home clutter free. I'm going to tell you about some hacks that you have probably never heard of. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to be able to find all the essential stuff you need to wear very quickly and very easily. The way you do this is in your closet, you set all that stuff at your eye level. The reason is because when you look in any door, any closet, you're going to actually look straight in front of you first. And the first thing that you're going to see is anything at your eye level. And so that means put all this stuff right in the middle of your closet so it's easy to find. Anything that you need to wear the next day, anything that's essential for you to go because you need an outfit for work, have it all in that one place. That way, you know you're prepared for the next day for whatever you need to go to. Now, if it's not there, that also means you need to go find it and put it there. And that way, every time you open your closet, all your essential stuff is right in front of you. It's easy to see, and it's easy for you to get prepared to go throughout your day. Another hack is you organize by frequency. What I mean is the frequency that you wear something, you want to organize your closet like that. So you have a section for the stuff you wear daily that you always wear. Then there's a section of stuff that you wear, every now and then. And then there's a section for stuff that you just wear for like special occasions, not that much. And then there's a section of clothes that you just don't wear at all. And they just stay in this section. So that way, when you look at the section where you don't wear the clothes that are in there, these clothes can possibly be clutter. These are the ones that you might want to consider getting rid of, donating, maybe giving to a friend or something, because you're just not wearing them, especially if it's been a long time and you just haven't made any attempt to wear clothes in that section. And rotate things in and out if you want to. Sometimes you get stuff you never wear, never thought about wearing, and then it becomes stuff you wear every day that you need every day, or just switches to a different section. This next hack will help you design your closet in a unique way that's functional for you. What you do is you take storage organization boxes and use them in your closet. They come in little individual size boxes or already attached together in different types and sizes and everything. And what you do is you take these and use them in your closet to give you more space to put things. You can take clothes off your clothes rack and put them in the storage organization boxes. You can take whatever else is in your closet you need to organize and put them in these boxes. And also, it makes it really easy to find whatever you're going to look for, and it makes your closet just more organized so it doesn't look as cluttered. And try this with your storage organization boxes. Put them outside the closet. Take some clothes from inside the closet, put them in these boxes. It's going to free up space inside your closet. Now, this next hack is going to help you figure out what you do wear, what you don't wear, and what is clutter in your closet. All that it requires is a hanger and the outfits that you're going to wear. What you do is you hang everything in one direction. All your hangers are in one direction. Anytime that you wear something, you actually turn that hanger in the opposite direction, and those things are hung in the opposite direction. That way, it's easy to see as you go through your closet. These things that are all turned the opposite way, I've worn. These things are still turned in the direction I originally actually hung them. These I have not worn. So over time, you will see these are things I wear all the time. These are things that I have never worn or just haven't worn in a long time. And just for whatever reason, you just haven't worn them. So if it's been a few months or it's been a few weeks, you need to really start thinking about, okay, I haven't worn these. I've never actually even turned the hanger at all. Is it something I need to keep in my closet, or is it really just clutter that I need to get rid of? Another great way to free up space in your closet and declutter your closet is to have a rolling clothes rack. And what this is, it's a rack that you can just roll and put your outfits and everything on there. Anything that's essential that you want to have on there, you can put that on there. And that way you have access to it really easily and really quickly, and you can always see what's on there. The other thing is, if you're like, hey, I just want to get some of these clothes out of my closet and you want a place to put them because you're not sure what you're going to do with them, then you can use it for that way too, to kind of have things in there that you just haven't worn or don't want to wear. You just want to have it in one place so that you can see them and look at them later and decide, do I want to get rid of them? Do I want to keep them? I'm not sure what I want to do with them. But in that case, you do have to make sure that you do get rid of them and don't just leave them there. And this next hack may seem unconventional and unusual. What you do is you want to get rid of your closet door. Just take it off, because you want to be able to see inside your closet and see anything in there really quickly, really easily, especially if you have to get ready for something. You don't have to walk over, open your closet, and then look inside your closet. The closet's all dark and everything, and you're trying to find what is inside your closet and the outfit and everything. Just take the door off. The other thing is, it makes it really easy to access things, so that's a good thing too. And it also lets you see all your clutter in your closet all the time, so that way you know if your closet is getting really cluttered and if you need to actually do something to make sure that you start decluttering your closet, because that's a good thing. And the other advantage of this is that You can't hide clutter in your closet, and you can't fill your closet up to the absolute max and barely get the door closed, right? To just hold it closed and all that stuff is right up against the door. Then you open it and all the stuff kind of falls out because there's so much stuff in there. So that's another advantage of making sure that you don't have a closet door on your closet. A lot of people just leave their door open to their closet anyway. And if you're gonna have bins, containers, or drawers, make sure they are clear. Clear is the way to go because it makes it easy to see what's inside without having to search through things. This is especially important when you have ADHD too, because you want to be able to not have to try to figure out where something is or remember where something is. You want to be able to just look over there, and then even if you have forgot what you're kind of looking for, you can see inside the container, and that's going to jog your memory as you look at the thing that you initially want to find. And try this laundry hack. Have a laundry hamper directly into your closet, because when you have dirty clothes, you do not want them to end up on a chair, on a bed, on the floor. You want them to end up somewhere they are out of the way. And this makes it really easy and convenient for you. You take them, you put them immediately in the laundry hamper, and now they're not cluttering up your room or your closet. Then when you're ready to do laundry, you know exactly where they are. And try this easy hack. Designate different areas in your closet for different things, different sets of clothes and everything like that, and then put a label in each different section that you have. That way you remember where that section is, you remember what's going into that section, and then the other thing is you can tell someone else that doesn't know how you have your closet set up, go look at the label, put my jeans in this section or put my shirts in this section. It's very easy for them to go in and look and find that place in your closet instead of you having to try to explain exactly where it is. Now, to do this, you do need to put some sort of light in your closet to make sure it's well lit so that you can actually see the labels, but this is going to make it a really easy way to help you organize your closet. And here's another easy hack. Have hooks somewhere in your closet. You can install like command hooks that are adhesive, or actually install ones that you have to do a more permanent solution for, but the hooks are going to allow you to have an additional place to hang things or to actually free up space somewhere else in your closet to let it be more clutter free in that area and make it look more organized as well. You do not want to have so much stuff on a hook that it's just overloaded with stuff, and then it becomes a place of just more clutter in that instance. We all have things in our closet that we have no idea why we're keeping them. They're just in there and we need to get rid of them. And these are some things that you can declutter from your closet right now. Now, the first thing is old clothes. We all have some clothes in our closet that we don't wear that have been there a long time. And we may have even forgot about those clothes being in there until we look in the closet and look back in the back. And then we find and say, oh yeah, that's still in there, but you haven't worn it in a long time. And then you just put it back in the closet because you don't feel like getting rid of it. And then it still lies there. And so what you want to do is, if you have old clothes that you haven't worn in a long time and you have no intention of wearing them now, or they're just completely out of style and you're like, I'm never going to wear this, you need to go through, figure out which clothes fall into that category and then throw them away. And also, we also generally have some new clothes in the closet that we have not worn. We bought them, they look good, they were just like, this is the perfect outfit, and then we never found an opportunity to wear those clothes. What happened is, hey, they're new, we're not going to get rid of them, they still have a price tag on them, they're still in the bag we bought them in, and I'm not going to get rid of them because I just paid money for them and they are new. And here's something else I know a lot of you may have. Random stuff that we just had over the house that we didn't have anywhere else to put it, and so we threw it in the closet. And it's just still in the closet and we've never gotten rid of it. So you need to go through, find all the random stuff, and you'll know if it's random because you're like, I have no use of this. It's just in here. I'm not sure what to do with it. It doesn't serve any purpose at all anymore. So I think it's time for you to go ahead and get rid of that thing and throw it away, declutter it, whatever you want to do with it, but you don't need it in your closet. Now, if it's something you might use that you found, you're like, oh, I was looking for this, and you'll use it around your home, then that's a different thing. Just go put it to where it's supposed to be in your home, but you just don't want it in your closet. And something else to think about, any kind of duplicates you have in your closet that you don't really need, like you may have a couple of different outfits that are the same because you go to work and that's your work outfit, but things in your closet you have no idea why you have a second one there. You're not going to use a second one. You have that one that you need that you're using right now. And this one just is taking up space. It's become clutter in your closet. And so what you want to do is you actually want to find a way to get rid of that thing. You want to find a way to give it away to somebody, but you don't want just taking up space in your closet because you can use that space for something else, for something you really want in your closet, for something that is not just a duplicate that you're never going to use. And another thing that you might want to think about also is all the different old costumes that you have in there that you wore to a Halloween party or birthday party, whatever. And you're like, oh, I'll just keep it because I might wear it again. And it's been in there for a long time and you just are not wearing it at all. You're just, it's just sitting in your closet, taking up space. So if you have something like that, you go back and you look and you see this costume, you're like, I still might wear it sometime. You're not going to wear it. Okay. So the 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be something you pull out and wear unless you're going to a costume party. And when is the next time you're going to a costume party? So it just depends on the costume, but I would really get it out of my closet because if you're going to go to a costume party anyway, you're probably going to buy a new costume. Oh, and this is a really good one. Wedding clothes. If you've done your wedding and it's been 20 years and you still have your wedding dress or your tuxedo in the closet, it's time to let it go and get rid of it and not take up the space in your closet for that thing. Because generally, if you've been married 20 years, you're not going to get married again generally. So it's time to just get rid of the wedding dress that's still hanging around in the closet. And the other thing that you might want to think about too are some old shoes you have in the closet that's way past your time. That's just like they're in there. You're not going to use them. They might have holes in them or whatever. You're probably not going to wear them. They're probably way out of shape anyway. So you're going to probably want to get some new shoes instead of having these old shoes in the closet. And here's a good one. Things that you are saving for that perfect situation. These clothes will be good for that one situation that I bought them for. And I never know when that situation is going to happen. So I'm going to keep these clothes until that perfect situation happens. Those are the type of clothes that just take up space in your closet because it could be 5 years, 2 years, 10 years before that situation comes up. At that point, those clothes will probably be out of style anyway. So go ahead and get rid of those clothes instead of having them in your closet, waiting and just taking up space in your closet. And how about this one? Clothes that you have in your closet that do not fit anymore, go ahead and get rid of those clothes. Even if you gained weight and then worked out and got back down to the same size you were before, you're probably going to want to go out and get some new clothes and not wear the old ones that you have in the closet anyway. Because generally anybody I know that's lost weight, they go out and get new clothes because they're proud of their accomplishment. So any of these clothes you have in your closet, go ahead and get rid of them. And this is a simple one, an easy one. Trash. Any trash you have in your closet you find in there that you're like, wow, this is actually trash. Go ahead and throw that stuff out and get rid of it. Get out of your closet. So that's just a simple thing to say. Get rid of your trash that's in your closet. And here's something you might have forgot about that's in your closet. The donation bag that you've been meaning to take to the place to donate all the items that are in that bag. It's just stuffed in the back in your closet. Go ahead, actually take that bag out and take it to the place that you need to take it to donate that stuff, wherever that may be. And let's talk about all the board games you may have in your closet that you just haven't played in a really long time. They're just in there taking up space. If you're not going to play them or you're not going to give them to somebody to play, then go ahead and get those things out of your closet. They are taking up space. Now, some you may want to keep just in case. Hey, I'm going to keep my Monopoly set or my Scrabble set because most times people come over, they play those games that are really common. But other games that hey, I'm not going to use this. They're just not serving any purpose and won't in the future. Go ahead and get rid of those. And here's something to think about. All the different items you have from previous hobbies that you started and just like lost interest in, like you were interested at one time and your interest just changed. And that's just a common thing when you have ADHD. You go from one interest to the next interest, and you may not go back to the previous interest that you had. So if it's been a while and you're like, I'm never going to go back to that, go ahead and get rid of all that stuff. Just it doesn't need to be in your closet at this time. And another thing that might be in your closet might just be something that you want to get rid of are all the extra hangers you might have in your closet. I know I always just have these extra hangers. I'm just like, where did all these hangers come from? And they happen to be in my closet. And then occasionally I have to go through and just purge the hangers from my closet. So you may be in that situation where you have just all these extra hangers and you need to go through and look and see how many do you actually need. If you don't need as many as you have in your closet, then go ahead and get rid of them because they are taking up space. And also those store hangers that they give you that are just not very good at all. Like you get the store hangers, especially like the pants and stuff. You're never going to use those hangers at all. Like I get them. I'm like, okay, I'm throwing these away. Never going to use them. So anything like that, of course, get rid of that as well too. And what about all the clothes you have that are just not useful for where you live? If you live somewhere that's really cold, you had a bubble jacket and it's all, so you can keep warm in the cold and everything. And then you move to Florida where it never gets cold. The coldest it gets is like 60 degrees. You don't need that bubble jacket anymore. You don't need the big, heavy jacket anymore. You can go ahead and get rid of that unless you just plan to go live back in that kind of weather. There's no reason to hold on to the big, heavy bubble jacket. You can get rid of it, get you a windbreaker because in Florida, like I said, only gets 60 degrees and that will be just fine generally. And also, if you have sheets in your closet for the bed and they don't fit the bed anymore, like you have a queen size bed, you got king size sheets or twin size sheets in your closet that you've never used and you just haven't thought about ever using them, they're just in there, go ahead and get rid of those sheets because you're probably never going to use them and they're just taking up space in your closet. And depending on how many sets of these things you have, they could take up a lot of space. And something else that you might want to think about, any luggage in your closet that is just old and torn up or whatever, and you're not going to use it. Like you went out and bought new luggage because you're not going to use this old luggage, or you just have too many pieces of luggage and one particular piece you're never going to use. Go ahead and get rid of that out of your closet because luggage it takes up a lot of space.
5 different closet organization hacks for ADHD that you can use right now. And the first one is organize your closet by color and by purpose. Firstly, by color, because it makes it easier to go look in your closet and find whatever you're looking for. Instead of having to look for a specific item, you're looking for a color in your closet, and then everything in that section should be that one color. Maybe you want all your blue clothes in one section of your closet. So make sure that you organize it so you have those blue clothes in that one section. If you see here in my closet, I do have everything organized like that. I have blue and red and green, and they're organized all together. So all I have to do is go into my closet, look around, I can find whatever I'm looking for. I at least know the general section it's in. Also, you want to organize by purpose. For example, here in my closet, I have everything organized by polos. And then I also have workout shirts or fitness shirts that I wear. And that way, when I know I want to go work out, I can go right to the section where the fitness shirts are or the workout shirts are and choose a shirt from there. And when I want to actually go out somewhere, I can go grab a polo from that section. I also have sections for pants and dress clothes and things like that. Whatever makes it easier for you to find the clothes you want, then go ahead and do that. Now, the next thing is actually divide your closet into sections, not only by color and by purpose, but actual sections in your closet. For example, in my closet, I have all my board games on a shelf in one section, and you can look up there and I can find whatever board game I need. You can also have sections not only for clothes, but maybe you have quick containers in there that contain CDs or papers, whatever. You have everything in your closet in that one section, or maybe you have something else inside your closet you need to make sure has its own separate section. That way you go into your closet, you know where your clothes are, and then you also know those designated sections you have in your closet. It makes it really easy to go look in your closet and find whatever you need. And here's another closet organization hack that will help with ADHD, is to divide your shelves into sections, because generally shelves have a lot of space on them. So what you want to do is get a shelf divider. They make them in plastic, acrylic, whatever kind of material you want, and then you just install it. Really easy to install it, and then you're gonna have different sections on your shelf. That way you can put seasonal stuff up there if you want, maybe extra bedding if you want to have it up there, just whatever you want, and divide it up into as many sections as you need. You're not kind of wondering where everything is. You know, everything has a specific section and specific place in your closet. If you're enjoying the video, then subscribe to the channel. Now, the next thing is keep your closet door open. And the reason you want to do this is because when your closet door is closed, you obviously can't see inside it. And that means you can't see any clutter in your closet at all. And that can be a very bad thing, because you need to know when your closet is getting cluttered up and when you might need to go in there and start decluttering and start organizing it. And this is one of the easiest hacks to help you stay aware of how much clutter you have in your closet. Now, my suggestion is you don't even need a closet door on your closet. A lot of times you can go ahead and remove it, and then you don't have the issue of actually the closet door ever being closed. Another closet organization hack is to have light in your closet. Let's face it, closets are generally dark unless you have light in there. Even in the daytime, and you might have a window that gives you some light in your closet, you just can't see everything in your closet without some light. You can see it right here. When I have no light on, can't see anything. When I have sunlight, I can see just about everything in my closet, and that's a good thing. And with ADHD, out of sight, out of mind can be a real issue. And if you don't have enough light in there to see whatever you need to see, then you may miss what you're trying to actually get out of your closet. And so you want to have something in your closet that gives you extra light. They do have these adhesive lights that you can add in your closet, and they don't mess up the wall or anything of the closet, and they are really inexpensive to get. And it's just going to be a great thing to actually have in your closet. Trying to organize that small closet in your house or apartment can be a pain, especially if you have not done it before. I'm going to tell you some things that will help you start and finish that process. One, when you go in, realize that you need to maximize the space in your closet. And that doesn't mean take it to the maximum capacity. How many shirts do you actually need? How many pairs of pants or dresses or whatever shoes do you actually need? Is there anything in this closet I haven't worn in a long time? Anything in this closet I can just throw away that I know I'm never going to use? Now, another advantage could be that when you get rid of that stuff, say clothes or whatever it is, if you had too many and it took you a long time to decide on what to wear when you went to your closet because you're looking all the way through it and you just couldn't decide, when you have less clothes, you have less options to go through. So that's going to make the decision-making process faster because you just don't have as many options. Now, something else to think about is, can you take some of this stuff within your closet and put it into other things to help with the organization outside of your closet? Like, for instance, you have shoes strewn all over the bottom of your closet. They are taking up a lot of space. You get a shoe rack, you put it outside of your closet, you put the shoes on there, they're organized, and they're not taking that space anymore. Even if you have a shoe rack inside of your closet, it's still going to help because you're going to have those shoes in an organized fashion, and they are going to take up less space in that way as well. And here's something else that's really good to do. Have under the bed storage. You can get these under the bed storage bins, put your clothes in there, winter clothes, summer clothes, whatever, and that's going to eliminate those clothes outside of your closet and make more space. And if it's not what you want, you can see that, and then you can put it back and then continue on trying to find the thing that you're actually looking for. Now, another thing that will help is having specific areas for specific things. Shirts on the left, pants on the right. Up top on the shelf is going to be board games I never play. And the reason you do this is because it's going to be much easier to remember where things are. Instead of having to remember where that Hawaiian shirt was that you bought like 20 years ago and you know it's still inside your closet, but now you're actually going on a cruise and you can finally use it. You don't have to search around for it. You'll know, hey, it's in the shirt section somewhere. I know that if I go there, I will definitely find it. Now, another thing that is a must is getting some kind of dividers. You can get dividers for shelves. You can get dividers just for sections of clothes. And the reason these are good, because it creates a boundary. So you automatically know by looking at it, okay, this section stops here, this section starts here, and up there is like 3 different sections. So I know up there are only those 3 different types of items. Now, here's some hanger hacks for you to help you organize your small closet. One, you can get space-saving hangers. These are slimmer hangers that allow you to hang things and take up less space. They also might have levels we can hang different clothes on different levels of the hanger, which is also cool because it gives you more options for that. Another thing that you can do is make sure you get all your hangers in one style, one size, because then you know exactly how much space that thing is going to take up, and so it's going to let you stay more uniform, more organized. And you don't want to have wire hangers and then these other kind of hangers and trying to figure out which hanger goes with which. Have you ever tried to pull wire hangers apart? They get clumped together, and then you're trying to figure out how to get them apart, and you pull one and it doesn't come apart. And then it's worse if it's on the actual bar inside the closet, because now you're trying to pull an item out and it's stuck between all these wire hangers and you cannot get it out. It is frustrating to no end. So I would just say get rid of all wire hangers. It will make your life easier. It will help you not have the frustration. Also, you can use hangers in this way as well. You can have them one color if you want to do that, or you can get them in different colors, and different colors mean different things. Maybe all your work clothes are on blue. Maybe all your clothes where you go and play sports or go to the gym are on green. Maybe all your just relaxed casual clothes are on yellow, something like that. And speaking of hanging up things, use hooks to create extra space for you to organize. Like get adhesive hooks put on the back of your door that we can hang up book bags, hats, purses, whatever you want to hang on the back of your door. You can put them on the wall inside your closet, and that's another way that hooks are going to be able to give you another place to put things and help keep them organized, and then create more space inside of your closet. Now, another good thing for you to do is use labels inside of your closet. You have a shelf, you put a label on there, you automatically know by looking at the label what is on top of that shelf. Or you have a drawer inside of your closet that you want to know what's in there, you put a label on there, automatically know without opening it up what is in the drawer, and it's going to make things so you can just look at it and see, not having to search around for it, and help you remember where things are. And so then you get accustomed to it. Maybe you don't need the labels later after you figure out, okay, I know what's up there, I know where this goes and that goes. And think about this, you don't even have to write on the label. If you have different colors that mean different things, you can just put yellow, green, red, or whatever, and immediately as you see the color of that thing, you know exactly what is in there. Now, of course, you have to remember what thing is associated with what color, but after a while, you will get used to that and automatically remember, hey, green means this, red means this, yellow means this item. Now, another thing to think about is have a hamper outside of your closet. It helps you have a place to put dirty clothes conveniently, so you don't have to walk all the way to the laundry room. You just have it there already, and then when you're ready to actually do that laundry, you can take it there. And if you're always in a rush and you leave your clothes on the floor or on the bed, this gives you a place that's convenient for you to put them, and so it's going to help keep your room organized better as well. Now, another thing that will help is having the 1 in, 1 out rule. What this means is when you want to put something in your closet, you take another thing out, and this is going to help keep the clutter down within your closet, so you don't have so many items in your closet and you keep your closet organized.